Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel A Lecture for Sleep. Tonight we're venturing into one of the more peculiar and sometimes unsettling experiences that can happen in the twilight moments between wakefulness and sleep, the phenomenon of phantom footsteps. Have you ever been just on the edge of drifting off? Or perhaps just starting to wake up and you hear it? The distinct sound of footsteps, maybe creaking floorboards, a soft shuffle on the carpet, or even heavy thuds. But when you become fully alert, there's no one there. The house is silent, everyone is accounted for, and there's no logical explanation. It can be a pretty spooky experience, leaving you with a racing heart and 100 questions. You might wonder if your house is haunted, if you're imagining things, or if something is seriously wrong. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone, and in most cases this experience has a fascinating scientific explanation rooted in the way our brains transition into and out of sleep. These auditory illusions are known as hypnagogic or hypnopompic hallucinations. That's a mouthful, I know. Let's break it down. Hypnagogic refers to the state just before you fall asleep. Hypnopompic refers to the state just as you are waking up. During these transitional periods, your brain is in a unique mixed state of consciousness. It's not fully awake, but it's not fully asleep either. Think of it like this. Your brain is a complex machine with different systems responsible for different tasks. You have your sensory system, which processes what you see, hear, and feel. You have your logic and reasoning center in the prefrontal cortex, which helps you make sense of the world. And you have your dream generating system, which is highly active during REM sleep. Normally, when you're awake, your logic center is in full command, interpreting sensory input correctly. When you're dreaming, your dream system takes over, and your logic center takes a back seat, which is why dreams can be so bizarre and nonsensical. But during those in-between states, the hypnagogic and hypnopompic periods, these systems can overlap and misfire. Your dream generating circuits might start to activate while parts of your conscious mind are still somewhat aware. This can cause fragments of dreams, images, sounds, or sensations to bleed into your waking perception. Your brain, trying to make sense of this random neural static, might interpret a random burst of auditory information as something familiar, like footsteps. Why footsteps specifically? Well, our brains are hardwired for pattern recognition, especially for sounds that could signify a potential threat or presence. Throughout human history, the sound of footsteps meant someone or something was approaching. It's a primal, deeply ingrained alert signal. So when your brain receives a jumbled auditory signal as it's falling asleep, it's very likely to interpret that signal as something meaningful and evolutionarily significant, like footsteps. It's a bit like seeing a face in the clouds or a shape in the static on an old TV. Your brain is filling in the blanks. Another key factor is something called sleep paralysis. This is a temporary inability to move or speak that occurs when you are waking up or falling asleep. Your brain naturally paralyzes your muscles during REM sleep to prevent you from physically acting out your dreams. Imagine dreaming you're flying and then jumping out of bed. So this paralysis is a protective mechanism. However, sometimes your mind wakes up before your body does. You're conscious, you can see and hear, but you can't move a muscle. Now, imagine experiencing phantom footsteps during an episode of sleep paralysis. You're lying there, feeling vulnerable and completely unable to move, and you hear footsteps approaching your room. It's no wonder these experiences can be absolutely terrifying. Your brain's threat detection system goes into overdrive. The rational part of your brain is still partially offline, so you can't easily dismiss the sound. This combination creates a perfect storm for fear, often leading people to believe they've had a paranormal encounter. So, are there things that can make these phantom footsteps more likely to occur? Absolutely. Stress, anxiety, and being overtired are major triggers. When you're sleep deprived or your mind is racing with worries, your sleep cycle gets disrupted. This can lead to more fragmented transitions between sleep and wakefulness. creating more opportunities for these hallucinations to pop up. Changes in your sleep schedule, like pulling an all-nighter or dealing with jet lag, can also throw your brain's internal clock out of whack and increase the likelihood of these events. Even certain substances can play a role. Caffeine and alcohol, for instance, can interfere with the quality of your sleep architecture, making these weird sensory experiences more common. Essentially, anything that disturbs the smooth, natural progression into deep sleep can open the door for phantom footsteps to walk right in. Now let's talk about what you can do. The first and most important step is understanding what's happening. Simply knowing that this is a common, normal brain phenomenon and not a ghost story can rob it of its power to frighten you. When you hear those footsteps, instead of panicking, you can try to calmly tell yourself, my brain is just playing one of its little tricks on me as I fall asleep. This cognitive reframing is incredibly powerful. Improving your sleep hygiene is the next crucial step. This is about creating a routine and environment that promotes a restful, uninterrupted sleep. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Create a relaxing bedtime ritual. This could be reading a book, a physical book, not a screen, taking a warm bath, listening to calming music, or doing some light stretching. The goal is to signal to your brain and body that it's time to wind down. Make sure your bedroom is a sanctuary for sleep. It should be dark, quiet, and cool. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask to block out light. Use earplugs or a white noise machine to block out disruptive sounds, which, ironically, can also help mask any potential phantom noises. And please, put away the screens at least an hour before bed. The blue light from phones, tablets, and computers can suppress the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Managing stress is also key. If you find your mind is racing at night, try practicing relaxation techniques. Mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, or even journaling can help you process your thoughts and anxieties before you get into bed. If you write down everything that's worrying you, you can metaphorically close the book on it for the night, telling yourself you'll deal with it tomorrow. However, it's also important to know when to seek help. While occasional phantom footsteps are generally harmless, if they are happening frequently, causing you significant distress, or are accompanied by other concerning symptoms, it's a good idea to talk to a doctor or a sleep specialist. They can rule out any underlying sleep disorders, like narcolepsy, which can sometimes present with these types of hallucinations. They can also provide more tailored strategies to help you manage the experiences and improve your overall sleep quality. Remember, our understanding of sleep is constantly evolving, and these phenomena, while strange, are a window into the incredible complexity of the human brain. They remind us that the line between our waking reality and the world of our dreams is much blurrier than we might think. So the next time you hear those mysterious phantom footsteps in the dead of night, take a deep breath. It's likely not a visitor from another world, but simply the sound of your own amazing brain, caught in the magical act of switching between consciousness and dreams. Thank you for tuning into our sleep lecture tonight. I hope this has shed some light on this fascinating topic and brought some peace of mind. Sleep well and don't let the phantom footsteps get you down. For more insights into the world of sleep, don't forget to subscribe.